Okay, now in this video it's basically a collection of things that started off as being a video but didn't get finished. So all of the usual quirky stuff is in there, but it's not so coherent. And the reason for this is because of the way I make my videos most of the time, which is I open up a folder, I start working on a particular project, and then when I get to the end of that project, I turn it into a video, unless it's just a car review, which is in itself its own video. One of the reasons for making this particular video now is because I want to clear my phone up. That's really it. I want to clear my phone up of all these projects that I've kind of started but not finished. What I used to do every few weeks, every month, every 2 months, is just bung together a kind of compilation of the leftovers. That's what I used to call it. They were never that popular, so I thought I'd do that. Might as well, didn't I? Ooh, this may seem like a slightly lazy way of putting a video together, but it's not, because I'm making an introduction. I'm going to edit this together into one big thing, at least. And there may well be a couple of rather extra interesting little things in there that you wouldn't have expected. But there probably won't be. Another reason for making this video like this right now is that I have another project on the go, another big video project, which is to celebrate the 5 years, as from today, 5 whole years of Project Nigel. Project Nigel, the YouTube channel. And within that, I want to go quite deep. Yes, quite deep, as in going through many of the cars, many of the people I've met along the way, many of the personalities, new oppos or friends, YouTube stars, etc. And this isn't the kind of thing that I'm easily going to be able to just bung together. So it's going to take a few days, by which point it will no longer be the 5th year anniversary. But that's past. So watch it when I make it. Hopefully you'll watch it, because I don't want another one of those thingies, one of those videos that don't really quite do the job. No! Okay, thank you. The video will start momentarily. 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 Over there is a car called Mabel. It's currently my car, but soon it won't be my car. And it's using up a space that I paid for. All's good. Most of what you see around, if I park a car somewhere, that's because I'm paying to use that space. And I'm getting quite close to having a yard full of not my things, which is great, because then I won't have to pay for it. But that's not really the case, is it? One thing that is mine is that trailer over there. And as you can see, the Volvo's parked right in front of it, and there's a very good reason for that. You're invited to have a guess at what that reason is, because you'll probably be right. Wow, yeah, it will. Normally, anything unboxing I will do on the other channel, because that's more like the kind of thing. But this item that I've had sent to me is for the Volvo, which means it is relevant to this channel anyway. A rear wiper motor for the Volvo. And then we have another rear wiper motor for the Volvo. And then we have another rear wiper motor for the Volvo. Why 3? I only have one Volvo. Well, the idea is that one of them will work. And then if I dig deeper into the albino sugar puffs, I will find rear brake shoes. Worthwhile hanging on to those. I don't need them yet, but at some point I will. Time to test it.
He's the real deal. He can take her to a place right now where they sell the best tamales in town.
That works. Lovely. The clear up. Welcome to this video from me, where you can see me stood next to a soggy Nigel on a soggy ground with everything going by and me standing still. Today is Saturday. Today I was intending on carrying on with the job. The trouble is I'm somewhat exhausted as well with taking on too many roles. I had the opportunity to pop down to the yard of an evening, but by the time the evening comes around I just can't really be bothered. So that car, I started work on it on Monday, and it's going to be probably the next Monday before I can carry on, and I've barely got started due to some problems. Hello Sunday, and hello waste of time already. I've popped down to work, scrabbled around for my keys and discovered they weren't in my pocket, which means I've got to go back home and collect them. Isn't that obvious? Isn't that just the kind of thing you don't need to be told? Utter cack! Utter cack! This video's cack, sir! It's just the kind of thing that would make me think, oh, balls to it, let's go home and do something else. I do have to tackle the tidying up in the place. And you can't make a video from tidying up, but I do need to do it. Right, so the challenge is to tidy this place up and not make a really shit video, but make one that's quite nice. A nice video. One I can not be entirely embarrassed by. Well, the key to be able to making a successful tidy up video is having a lot of stuff to sort out. And this doesn't look that bad, really, does it? Look, I mean, we've got shelves there. There are things on the shelves. We have shelves here. There are things on the shelves. Where it really goes wrong is when you look on the floor. Due to wind and stuff, is always getting covered in leaves and litter. And then we ask ourselves, why is that trolley jack there? Well, it lives here, but shouldn't be up against a wall. Why is that impact gun there? Shouldn't be on a shelf. Why are those tools there? Shouldn't they be over there somewhere? The list of why is that there and the suggestion of shouldn't it be somewhere else goes on quite a lot. From petrol cans just there, to a box of things that haven't been used, to this being there, to that not being put away, to a pork pie being placed on top of this set of tools that I was using just a few days ago. This egg box, is there an egg in it? No, there isn't. Why isn't it in the bin? Months back, I started making a video about this place, another lockup of dreams kind of thing, where I started in one area and was really particular about how it went. And it took me quite a long time to clear just that bench. And then I didn't bother any further, because the next day I wanted to get on with something else. Like I will do tomorrow. Like I will do tomorrow, because I need to fix this. I need to do the job on this that I haven't started doing properly yet. And I've got the parts. It's just I'm lacking some of the motivation due to time and damp. Normally, when I do this kind of thing, I would naturally have a little bit of time-lapse stuff going on, but I refuse to do it this time. I refuse to do that kind of cheating. Take a good look at this. Take a good look indeed, because this is before I start, and soon I will have finished starting and be somewhere near finishing. Come on, man, sort this place out. You've got 2 hours. It's Monday. Yes, I'm wearing the same hoodies I wore yesterday, so what? You know, you don't have to. People wash their clothes too often. That's what I think. I'll wear this for 3 or 4 days. If it doesn't smell, I will wear it around my big... I tidied my bench. I finished this off yesterday before I went home. And that's good because that means I can open up this box here. Well, I mean, I've already opened it, but what I haven't done is explain what's inside. 8 beers. And that's it, besides some snacks. Nice. Pretty much every time I've done some sort of tidy up here, I get as far as tidying this bench up and then go and do something else. But I'm not going to do today because it's too damp and horrible outside and cold as well. So I'm going to carry on with this. So let's start with these shelves here. I need a distinction between display and function. I found a candle, a scented candle, scented with vanilla and grit. Collected up all of the change. There's a lot of 1p's, 2p's, 5p's, couple of 20s, etc. But like everything in here, it's just grotty, dusty, horrible. So let's see if I can launder this money somewhat. Go on. You have a bit of hand cleaner and then a bit of boiling water. Put the lid on. There we go, let's release some steam. Smells better now. Rinse the money. Oh, it's making the tub all soft. Oh shit. It's all dirty again now, it's on the floor. Bollocks. Oh, missed one. Right here, my name's Vacuum Cleaner Hose. I'm trying to suck things up and it's not working. It's working pretty well, I reckon. Well, that's the 4 shelves cleared off, and then it's just a matter of deciding what to do with them and then putting the stuff I've cleared off somewhere else or in the bin. Sorry for just speaking out aloud as I go along with this, but it's the only way I can really make it work. I suppose I could just write it down. This top shelf here could be for ornamental things, things that are of no use really, but I don't want to throw away. This shelf, the everyday things, such as somewhere to put the keys when I come in, somewhere to keep the gloves, somewhere to keep the all-important cable ties. This shelf, not sure. That one, not sure. Alison 3. You see that? That might well be the solution to the wobbly thing. Because sat in the car, I can feel that wobbly, and because it's not on the road, I can feel it even more. And normally you shouldn't feel the car shaking from side to side, so I'm going to drop it back down, swap a wheel over. Going off the assumption that that wheel must be buckled, I have taken it off and swapped it. So now this one's on there. So now I'm hoping for a simple fix. Third gear, Oh, why did I stall? Am I rubbing somewhere? Must be. Left handbrake on. Left the fucking handbrake on. Oh, it's exactly the same. I think we can safely say that a worn-out drive shaft should be added now to the list of things this car needs. Don't worry, I'm still not going to give up on you. I've just spotted something else. That dent there, I can see daylight through it. Look. How about that? It's actually put a hole in the metal. Back to yesterday's potential drive shaft discovery, because the wheels are actually okay. Drive shafts seem to be the obvious thing, but Senior Mustard was down here before and he said, maybe not, as he does. And at that point, we jacked it up and I demonstrated how it works. But then something we noticed, that the wheel turns and then it goes a bit stiff, and then it turns and goes a bit stiff. The rear wheel, this is, so meaning there's a possibility that maybe it's not the drive shaft, but somehow the rear disc has warped. It's going to be easier to replace that than the drive shaft, so may as well do it. And over there is a donor car. Poor old Susie Sunshine can't be a donor for everything because it's a TF rather than an F, which means its headlamps are different, which means its bumpers are different, which means its suspension is different of all things. But the discs are going to be the same, and I don't want to be attempting to spend money on discs when that might not be the solution. So I'm going to take the one off of there, bung it on here and see what happens. 2 14mm nuts removed and it's free to dangle. Must clean these rugs as well at some point. And it's at this point that we can see that the discs are almost exactly the same, which is what I would have expected. Well, this looks exactly the same as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. Get in there, undoing the bolts, undoing the big bolt. That's properly stucky on there. There we go. That comes straight off. Brakes, grubby business. Alright, that's everything with a different caliper back on. Wound in ever so slightly thanks to Tom's tool next door. If I start this up and the wobble's still there, then I'm going to be disappointed and have a cup of tea. If I start it up and the wobble isn't there, then I'm going to be happy and I'll have a cup of tea and a cheese sandwich. So it must be the drive shaft after all, not the disc. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. Wonder what it'll do if I jack the other side up. Toolbox. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. When it's raining outside like it is today, I find the best thing to do is put tools away, etc. Look, I'm not kidding. See, it is genuinely raining outside. There's no point being out there getting soaking wet. I don't want to get soaking wet. I'd rather be inside doing something a bit useful. After all, there's always something that you end up putting off time and time again for too long. And then before you know it, you can't find fucking anything. And you end up not being able to do the job that you wanted to do when it was dry. Gonna have a cup of tea, last one before the milk runs out. Whoa, did you see that? Eh? Will it move, eh? Will it move? I haven't been practicing it. Gonna have another go though. Missed it that time. Let's try again. Didn't really do a very good job of it that time. Try again. Ace! So I'm going to start with the basic tools and try and fit them into a basic tool kit over there, and then get into all the dedicated tools and organise
being
those
double
again.
musted
Make
again.
sure there's nothing missing. Make
You've
sure
got my
that
bloody
everything's
glasses
clean.
on as well.
Make sure that everything's away. Make sure that everything's
Come on,
rather
shove off,
interesting
mate.
and
Shove
fabulous,
off.
etc. Go somewhere else. Okay, thank you. Now I can get back to normal. Although he's right, actually, it is raining outside and it's a bit annoying because I have stuff to do out there and I can't really get on with it. So the safest and most sensible thing to do is organise all those tools. I mean, we all do it, or at least many of us do it. I'm sure some of you don't. Maybe none of you do, but I certainly do. Where you're working on something, you're grabbing another tool and you're grabbing another one. You tend to fling them on the floor next to you where you're doing the thing, and then just kick them to the side because you've got to dash off and do something else. Next day, they're still there in that same pile, but this time there's more dust and leaves on them. So every time you pick them up, they're just grotty and it's just a bit unpleasant. And this lockup here, of course, is a grotty place. It's mostly my fault for not sweeping up enough, but it's constantly getting stuff coming in from outside, whether that's leaves, water, litter, batteries, brake discs, trolleys, sweeping. But no, sometimes you just simply have to start again. Anyway, why not just do it rather than talking about it? Yeah. In one way, I've got too many places to put things. So that gives me the option to put something down in many places, as well as just the floor. Shelves and kind of storage unit things, and then more things actually from a coffee machine, this. But as you can see, that's for hooks, that's for trim removal thingies, that's for punches, that's for super glue, well, it's just kind of any glue, and that's for knives. And if I open up any one of these things and take it out, there's a good chance it may contain some of what it's supposed to contain. This one does, but it also contains something else that it probably shouldn't. I have a dedicated spanner set. I have a dedicated socket set. I have a variety of extra bits just there. Hooks, extra spanners, even more spanners, ZT190 throttle body, and then some other bits like this here. And then this here, this toolbox. I've been wanting for a while for this to be my basic toolkit that could, just go home or something, or just be somewhere more usable, because actually the amount of times I'm at home and I need to do something, I haven't got any tools. No, all my tools are here. We don't want tools at home, do we? Well, yes, we do, because that means that you can do jobs around the house. And when you can't do jobs around the house, you become considered a useless man. And I could do without that. Still some stuff on the floor there, and then a trolley, a tool trolley. It's not a swan, it's a goose.